having breakfast at Jollibee. We were very excited to learn that their regular items were available first thing in the morning. So it was time for some chicken joy. I just want to put it out there, I am not the biggest fan of fried chicken, but man, this drumstick just about had me converted. It was fresh out of the oven hot. The skin was crispy but not dripping in oil. Juicy meat. So tender and flavorful. And that gravy, oh, silky smooth, sweet and savory. This got a spicy piece, and it had just the right amount of kick to complement the perfectly seasoned meat. The mashed potato had the same gravy, but was just okay. And who can go to Jollibee without having the iconic Jolly Spaghetti? The first thing that hits is the sweet tomato sauce, and I am so here for it. Thanks for watching. Eating Singapore's original chicken pie. So Don's chicken pie originated as a Hainanese-style chicken pie in the 80s. Over the years, the brand has expanded their menu, but we were here for the OG. Each slice features a satisfying mound, which is actually half a hard-boiled egg. It is chock full of the most juicy, tender, flavorful chunks of chicken, with potatoes, carrots, peas, and mushrooms. The filling is seasoned so well and brings all the components of the pie together perfectly. And oh my gosh, the pastry is divine, gorgeously buttery. Everything together just melts in your mouth. It was transcendent. We ordered a whole pie to share, and you can bet we polished it off. Thanks for watching. Eating the fluffiest Japanese pancake stacks in Singapore. Cass&I swear by Belleville. It is our go-to place for the most delicate custody pancakes. This is our regular dessert spot, and they are top-notch every time. I always go for their original 8-stack, which they call their milfoil pancake. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I just love the lightly eggy taste, with no other flavors to detract from this divine experience. And Is likes the matcha 8-stack, doused with plenty of maple syrup. The slightly bitter matcha flavor was so good with the sweetness of the pancakes. You can get these milfoil pancakes in a stack of 4 too, but ain't nobody got time for that. Thanks for watching. Trying out Swensen's Unlimited for the first time. Just look at the dessert section. This is an international buffet. So many Asian and Western classics. I went straight for the seafood. First, I tried crayfish, and they had a good, mild, seafoody taste. Then I geared up to peel my tiger prawns. Those were fresh, juicy, and sweet. Look at these cute little sliders. The patties could be juicier, but they were fun to eat. This wok-tart salmon was rich. Even had a touch of caramelized sweetness. The barbecue chicken was quite standard, but still pretty good, tangy and moist. I was excited for the ribeye, but it lacked flavor and was pretty dry. Is said the fried fish was tasty, but not crispy by the time he ate it. And the same went for the onion rings. They were cold. He loved the truffle mushroom pizza though. Super mushroomy and truffly. Dessert time! The croffles paired with a scoop of dark chocolate ice cream was to die for. Fantastic combination of sweet and bitter. He kept going for the croissants and waffles and having them with Nutella. The macarons were legit, not sickly sweet or cheap tasting. Now for some local favorites. The kueh sirimuka was both creamy and chewy, and the onde onde was just exploding with gula melaka. Thanks for watching. No lie, I get a sandwich from Subway at least once a week. I love their cookies too, especially the double chocolate chip. Oh, so I only recently discovered their phenomenal flatbread. So soft and pillowy, and a little doughy too. But I love my bread like that. My favorite sandwich to get is the egg mayo, topped with lettuce, tomatoes, green peppers, carrot, and corn. It just tastes so fresh, and oh my gosh, the melty toasty cheese is delectable. Thanks for watching. We ate a bunch of cheesecakes at Cat and the Fiddle. This franchise serves one of the best cheesecakes in all of Singapore. They are known for their Asian-inspired flavors, like the durian or Milo cheesecakes. But our favorites are always the classic. The salted caramel had a solid, rich, buttery flavor to it, and the Oreo base added a really good cocoa-y dimension. Oh, the hazelnut chocolate was insanely good. It tasted just like a Ferrero Rocher. So chocolatey, so good, and I couldn't not get the classic New York cheesecake. The sweet, creamy cheese flavor is the most prominent in this one, and I love blueberries, so I had to get the blissful blueberry cheesecake. The tartness goes so well with the sweet, creamy cheesiness of the cake. Join us for more delicious adventures. Thanks for watching. Trying Texas chicken for the first time. I was quite surprised that Is had never tried it before, considering he is a fried chicken fiend. He got a 3-piece set, and the original was okay, lots of meat, but a little lacking in the flavor department. I was really craving for cheese fries, and this was so good, ultra cheesy and sour creamy. Those spring onions really gave the fries some pop. Of course, Texas chicken is famous for their honey butter biscuits, and Is was enchanted by it, but I thought it was a little bitter. I think there was too much baking powder in it, I don't know. Thanks for watching. Eating Strudel from Singapore's Ritz Apple Strudel. They've been around since the year 2000 and now have a variety of strudel flavors on offer, like blueberry, mango, even durian. They sell cakes too, but there's nothing like the original, classic apple strudel. There's no skimping on the fillings here. Uber flaky and buttery crust, with a mountain of apple chunks, which were fresh and sweet and still had a light crunch to them. The custard was phenomenal too. No surprises when Is went with the chocolate strudel. The chocolate cream had a wonderful bitter note to it, much needed with the sweetness of the pastry and the whipped cream. I especially especially loved the hardened sugary shell that topped the pastry. The whole thing was really light and delicious from start to finish. Thanks for watching. We headed to our new favorite food court for lunch on the weekend. My kampong has so many stalls we have yet to try. I fancied something soupy, so I decided on a beef soup set from the Korean stall. The beef was sweet and tender. The soup had a great miso taste, and the glass noodles had a good bouncy texture. Is had a massive plate loaded with chicken chop, fries, and coleslaw. The chicken was fresh off the grill. The mushroom sauce was rich and glossy, and the fries were thick but a little starchy. The coleslaw really helped cut through all the grease. But the star of the show were these ebi fries. Just look at that crispy golden crust, delicate crunch on the outside, succulent prawn on the inside. Everything we ate at Andy's. It's not our first time here, and it definitely won't be our last. We love the wide array of meats and side dishes on offer. I got the ribeye extra cut. Nice smoky charbroiled flavor. The french fries were a little cold, but nothing some salt couldn't salvage. Ooh, I just couldn't get enough of those caramelized charred edges of my steak. This had a double order of char-grilled chicken and fiery chicken with some hefty wedges and crispy onion rings. The char-grilled chicken was a classic, and the fiery chicken really had a spicy punch to it. He then stole my baked potato and covered it in gravy, which he said was the perfect combo, as was his other combo of both types of chicken, onion rings, and potato all in one bite. Join us for more delicious adventures ahead. Breakfast at Toastbox. We were craving for a good old traditional Singaporean breakfast, so we headed to our nearest coffee shop for some eggs, toast, and tea. The eggs were soft boiled to perfection. I took it plain to really savor the soft and delicate egg white and the silky, buttery richness of the yolk. Is had a nice fat slice of toast topped with PB, so nutty and creamy, but also a bit of a sweetness overload. And when you pepper up and add a dash of dark soy sauce to those eggs, you get a hit of salty umami goodness and a little heat to complement those creamy yolks. A cold and wet weekend calls for flame-grilled ribeyes in the cozy and casual brasero, along with unlimited fries. We went to the branch at Duchet Road and were delighted by the ambience and service at the restaurant. I am in the phase of loving my steaks done medium well. It was perfectly charred on the outside, and the salt really accentuated the beefiness. The sauces were good too. Is loved the kick from the peppercorn the best, and the creamy chipotle wasn't too shabby either. The mustard was a little too sharp though. His medium rare steak was tender, juicy, almost buttery. And just look at this literal bucket of homemade fries. Woo! Everything we ate at this homemade family feast. We visited Is's family today, and his mom cooked up a storm. Is always asks for her curry ayam, which she loads with gorgeous hunks of potatoes, spicy and aromatic. Who doesn't love a good old fried chicken wing? Such salty, oily goodness. There's always seaweed chicken too. This is addictive. And she fried up some pre-made curry puffs full of savory curried potatoes. My favorite was her chicken soup, so hearty and comforting. Look at the mountain of chocolate donuts she made. It was a bready and uber chocolatey end to the meal. Dessert today was a boost shake. Is wanted to get a cup of boost, and I was surprised at first because he doesn't really like fruit. But then I didn't realize they had these indulgent concoctions on the menu. Add whey for a protein boost because why not? Wow, the shake was super thick and creamy. No bits of Oreo, but very smooth and milky, and surprisingly not too sweet. Thanks for watching.